Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to design this real quick. Let's step into Photoshop without further delay. Let's go to file, let's go to new, let's go to alright, let's set it to 2000, let's set this side also to 2000. Alright guys, I'm just in a hurry to teach you guys everything. So 300 over here, let's just call it social media. Okay, alright, so media. Alright, and then let's leave everything like this. Let's click on create. Also, we need to set our guard so that we can align our documents well. So let's go to view, let's go to new guards layout, set it to 66 across 0.3. That is it. Okay, so what we're going to do next is the background is a custom made background I made. I'll go to file and then I'll go to place embedded. Okay, I already made the background. If you'd like me to show you how I created it, just but it's quite simple. You can do it. So this, I have a simple formula for creating backgrounds. So this is it. All right, so this is basically a simple background that we have. Now we need to start putting in some text. So click on your text tool. I'll type over there. Then I'm going to pick my details. I'm going to pick open. That's the first word. I'm going to paste it there. Good. And then we need to also make it visible. Okay, I think it's visible already, but it's really small, so we need to make it kind of something big. I'm going to use maybe 129 for the meantime. I think this is big. And then the font I'm going to be using is Luster Master. It's going to be in the description for you guys, together with the source files and everything. I'm going to drag it somewhere down here. Control H, Control T. Now guys, you have to make sure it is in the middle. Okay, that is the most important thing. Make sure it's in the middle. Also, we're going to make sure the tracking is -20. Okay, so there's all caps as well, guys. If yours is not all caps, I think this is okay, but we need to also give it a few dynamic touch by using gradient overlay. So I'm going to gradient overlay here, where I'm going to pick some custom colors. I'll leave everything like this. I'll come to the gradient here, double click over here. Then I'm going to pick this color code FEB10A. Alright. Then the next one has to be a little bit orange. So the color I'm going to be picking is FF7800. Okay, I'll click OK, I'll click OK. But then it's going to be linear here, and then I'm going to set the angle to 32. And then also I'm going to set the scale here to 87. I think I'm good, but let's check it out first. I don't like how it looks like. I'm going to take the reverse off. Also going to, I feel like it's too this thing. I'm going to push it somewhere here. I just want a little bit of it there like that. Okay, so I feel like this is way better. I'm going to click on my text tool. I'm going to type here. I'm going to type we are. Then I'm going to be using Montserrat for that. I feel like it's also too big. We need to make it something smaller. So I'm going to use the font size, maybe 10 for the meantime. Let's see. 10 is too small. Let's use something bigger. I feel like this is big. I'm going to drag it somewhere here. And also let's use bold for it. Also italics, all caps here. Pick this color and come and pick that. We also want to make it that color as well. I feel like this is all good. We are going to put it in a group, okay, and we are going to call it open. Yet still we can make it much more interesting. And what I mean is that we can come here to maybe this one and then just draw an ellipse. Okay, set it to color white. Click on your move tool and then just drag it there like that. What you can do is you can right click it and then create clipping mask. Okay, so you see how it looks like now. Now all you have to do is just reduce the opacity to around 34. Sorry, opacity to 34. And that is what you have now. Okay, but it still doesn't look too realistic, so let's give it a mask. Pick your brush tool, make sure it's a soft round brush, and then set this side to color black. Click on this side, guys, mask it, mask all those sides. Make sure it doesn't touch the end. Now I feel like this is way better. Okay, so this is open for you. Now let's also go and bring in our image. Go place embedded. Let's bring in our image as well. Let's just leave it there. Enter. Let's drag it down. Good. What else can we do? Let's put it in a group. Let's call it image. We can also type in some telephone numbers over here. Okay, that's the telephone number of the client. Since it's a social media, I mean, people like to contact them. Okay, so somewhere here, the font size I'm going to be using is 16 or maybe 17. Okay, not that. And then let's make it color. Maybe pick the background color as well. And then let's go and pick the, since it's a telephone number, let's pick this. Okay, we need to drag it closer to it. Now let's right click and pick rectangular 2. Let's just draw some rectangle around it. Okay, I feel like this is good. I'll drag it underneath it. I'll double click it and I'm going to select it to color white. Now I feel like this is too small. I'm going to drag it this way. I'm going to drag it that way. Interesting. Control H and then guys Control T as well. Drag it to the middle. It's really important. You got to pick this one, drag it somewhere there, and then drag that one, drag it somewhere here. Okay. Now use your eyes to calculate this. Select the two of them. Make sure they also fall in the middle as well. Okay. That way everything looks nice and interesting. I want you to come back to this. You can see that one. Then I want you to go there to the angle there. I want you to give it 60. Interesting. Put it in a group, and then now let's call it tail. So we're done with our telephone number. Let's go up a little bit. There are some things we can type in there. You know, what exactly is the client doing? So let's pick this. These are the services of the client, or what the client sells. All right, so it's not visible. That way we can make it color white, and then we'll solve that problem. Also guys, we are using Montserrat for this, and then let's use Montserrat bold for that. Okay, also take the caps lock off. Now I need to set this side to 11. Good. What else can we do to this? I feel like the font size is too big. Let's make it 9, and then let's go to paragraph and make it left aligned. Drag it somewhere here. What else can we do to this? Let's see. Make sure it's caps, italics. Okay, just make sure it's italics. I feel like for the meantime, this is epic. I'm going to drag it here. Then I'll duplicate it and then also drag it here. And then I'm going to pick that. Double click it and paste it there. Perhaps I'll drag this in there a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put it in a group and then I'm going to call it list. We are done with our list. So let's see whether we can drag all of them underneath the image. Good. Now select them together with the open, Control T, and then just tilt it up like that. Okay. I feel like this is way better. If you even drag it down a bit more. So this looks good. This looks good. This looks good. This looks great. Okay, so with that done, let's put this one in the group. Let's call it BG. Okay, you want everything to be in a folder. Great. So now we can bring in our logos. Go to File, go to Place Embedded, and then go and pick your logo. Okay, I place the logo and then the QR code together. Sorry. But this is something that you can easily do, I know. So I'm not really scared. I'm thinking of pushing open. List open and list down more. Telephone number, I don't think telephone number should be telephone number should be on top. Okay, you can drag it this way. Better, everything looks quite put. Let's go. I took the privilege to do some few things, some lines, just to add, some few dynamic touch to the entire thing. If you want to know how I did it, I can easily teach you. I'll show you how I did it real quick. Okay, it's really simple. Let's pick this one. Enter. It's really simple. don't need to fret about that. Now, if you're wondering how I did those lines, it's simple. Just kind of pick your pen tool, and then you need to just go to this side, set it to shape, then make sure the fill is off, and then set the this one to maybe color white or any color you want to, and then set this side to maybe around 10 for the meantime. Let's go. Make sure caps lock is off, and then just trace around it. Now once you are done, you can come back to the size and then set it to maybe something smaller, 5. You can see it still works nicely, right? So that is how I did it. I'm going to put this in the group, and I'm going to call it lines. Interesting. Also, we need to now these are all embellishments I'm trying to add to it to make it nice. I'm done with the design already, just trying to add some embellishments. We need to add some glue as well. I'll click on my brush tool, come and pick on the yellow over here, and then hit this side, go there and set it to let's set it to screen. Okay, then I'm going to push it somewhere here. I'm going to reduce it a little bit. Yes, maybe even, yeah, and then maybe increase it a little bit more. I feel like this is better. I'm going to duplicate it again, then I'm going to drag it here. This I'm going to give it full opacity. Okay, so this alone gives it, let's call it glow, gives it the touch I am looking for. Now I'm also going to give it a J map or a gradient map. Click on it, I'll click this side, I'll click over here, and I'm going to give it this color code. I'm going to give it 530031 for that. Then I'll click on OK. I'll click on this side. I'm going to give it this color code. I'm going to give it FFD6A1. You can see it looks nice already. I'll click here and I'll click there. Then I'm going to set it to soft light. I'll set the opacity to 51. I don't want it to be too much, just want it to be subtle in there. Okay, yep. Now guys, let's merge everything together. Control Alt Shift and then E. Right click it and convert it to a smart object. Now let's go to filter, let's go to camera raw filter, and then let's add the last thing over there. Okay, so I want us to leave this side. We're not going to touch anything here, but let's go to sharpen, and then let's set the sharpen figure to 23. Let's go to the color adjustments here, and then let's now once you're done, I want you to go to the effects over here. Let's set the grain to around 15, and then let's set the amount of veneer to -8. And guys, that is it. Click on OK. Everything looks good and great now. So guys, this is how you create something like this. If you love this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you all guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.